Abraham, where faith was born. We all know that Abraham was the father of faith. His whole life since God called him was designed in faith, and that was what qualified him as righteous. There is no doubt that God is pleased with the heart that believes in him in any circumstances, a heart that acknowledges him in whatever you do and knowing that he will be there to take care of you. When Abraham was told to leave everything behind, his family and his hometown, and go to the land where God will instruct him, he didn't doubt but he obeyed, and he took that leap of faith and left. In most cases, we are so used to staying where we are, we become comfortable with our situation, and we become afraid to leave because we are not used to a new situation. The first step of life, if you want to see better days, is to get up and start moving forward. The more we are used to the place where you are, the more nothing will be different in your life. And when you do something new, new opportunities will come on your way. You must do something you never did to get something you never have, and that is an act of faith. As long as the Lord is the one directs your path, all that you aspire to do will be possible if you believe. Abraham had his flaws as well. Not that his journey was 100% perfect. At some point he had to lie about his wife being his sister because he feared that the rulers of other nations will kill him. Is not that God wouldn't have saved him if it had come to that, but his faith also at some point was weak. But the more he stayed in God's plan, the more God strengthened his faith even more, and his days were blessed before him. One of his greatest tests was to sacrifice to the Lord his only son he got on his old age, and he obeyed, but God saved his son and granted him favor because of his faith. In our journey we are granted the same path, just as Abraham received. We do have our promised land, and that is being foretold for after this life. But in this life, God has his purpose for each one of us, and our duty is very simple, which is to trust and obey. Here is where faith roots from. We hear God's message and his instructions, and he requires us to do what he says through the Bible. The instructions that he provides for us is because he loves us and he wants us to become better and see better days. There is no other way or shortcut to get where we want to be. As a matter of fact, when we decide to find another way, our lives become desperate, and our soul is drenched and longing of good things. We become impatient and we live life carelessly, thinking there is a better way out there which is fulfilling and fun, but eventually at the end of the day we still feel lonely and hopeless. It is God's preference that we have all we need. He specifically instructed us through Jesus, saying that I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. All he needs is for you to follow his way, which satisfies your soul and gives joy to your life. There is no other rock we know. No other human is stronger. No other fountain we have except through our living God, and he has the water of life that when we draw from him and drink, we will never thirst again. We will become more powerful and wise, that there won't be anything that shakes us or stir away our focus, because when we have him, we have everything. He will be your source of joy and peace throughout your life. All you need is for you to have the discipline to trust and obey him in whatever you do. And this is the basic principle of faith. We do not know what will happen in the future, but when we believe in God, he is willing and able to make all things possible for you. Because without faith it is impossible to please God.